Good morning, Mr. Wingfield. Thank you very much for being here this early at 9 o'clock in Freiburg at the IUFRO Congress. I would like to start with our first question on your professional background, you as a president being here, but also you as a professor being at this Congress.
Sophie, it's a great pleasure to be here and thank you very much. And it's not so early in the morning for me. We're here in Freiburg to celebrate the 125th anniversary of IUFRO, an amazing organization and interestingly also the oldest international scientific organization in the world. So IUFRO focuses on the research needs of forests and forestry and the people context there also. But you've asked me about my own background. I'm an academic by profession. I've been associated with IUFRO for 40 years, so from the early days of my studies and then into my academic career, and now I have the incredible privilege of being its president. But what I will tell you is that without IUFRO, I could never have achieved nearly as much as I've been able to do in terms of my academic career. And I think that's one of the great powers of IUFRO, that it enables scientists to connect globally, and particularly young scientists to meet and learn from other scientists and to develop their careers.
So if we look at the slogan of this special Congress here, the 125th anniversary, which is interconnecting forest, science and people, why is this so important?
These words are incredibly important, and obviously a great deal of thought has gone into the slogan, which now will become IUFRO's marching cry or slogan into at least the foreseeable future. So IUFRO is about research in the big picture. IUFRO is the only organization linked into the forestry community that focuses particularly on research. So what we seek to do in IUFRO is to drive global research and global research collaboration so as to develop knowledge and to inform governance and political organization. So what we want is we want to have really solid, tested knowledge to inform policy making.
Why do you think will it be important to engage the public sector more in research and science discussions?
So let me just follow on that theme of the public and people. You know, if you walked into the street down here in beautiful Freiburg and you said to somebody, the person you met in the street, well, tell me about forests or trees, and they would say something to you, well, trees provide me with shade, it's nice to have a city with trees, and they might look up to the mountains, to the Black Forest and say, we've got these wonderful forests here. And you might ask them a question, what about food and trees? And they say, well, that's not connected. And they forget that forests are incredibly important to food security in the world. And IUFRO has driven an agenda to try and inform people and policymakers about that particular issue.
So when you come together here for your research purposes, how are you trying to engage the public at this special Congress here in Freiburg?
So the organizing committee for this conference, the Congress Organizing Committee, has spent an enormous amount of time dealing with press releases and sharing information not only locally within Freiburg, within Germany, within Europe, but globally on what we're actually doing. So there have, for instance, been for many, many months spotlights that have gone out to our greater community. The IUFRO community is between 15 and 20,000 people. These are stakeholders, researchers, and they spread also news further than that. We have, I don't know what it is, 8,000-9,000 followers on Twitter. So there's been an enormous amount of effort in the years, the numbers of years, 2 years at least, running up to this meeting, sharing exciting elements of what this meeting is all about.
When we look to the future of IUFRO, what does it hold for you?
I see IUFRO in the next 125 years as being incredibly more important than it is today and than it was 125 years ago. IUFRO is in great health. It connects these thousands and thousands of people around the world, spreads knowledge beyond the members, beyond the 15 to 20,000 to the public, and that's for instance a challenge for us as well. We need to also do better to connect with civil society and the public more than we have in the past. I'm not saying we haven't done well, because I think we do very well, but we need to do very much better. We live in a complicated world where forests are more threatened than they ever have been before in terms of, as I was saying, food security, water security, mitigating climate change, biodiversity, and opportunities for people.
Thank you very much. Very good.
Nice to
closing
talk
words.
with you.
Thank you.